Is your live stream up? Well, it's the audio's there in Video Ninja, like it's flashing that we're speaking. Is it picking up now? Yeah, so it's not the link then. Hmm. Uh, this link isn't picking audio. Is that picking up the audio in OBS? Oh, that's why. For screen share audio. add the audio to the URL. That's why we didn't have the audio here. There you go. Yeah, I sent it to you. Here's the yeah, we didn't add the audio to the link. Oops. Yeah.
All right, well, that's that.
So you could probably put the browser URL to that one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, RTY is ripping. Nasdaq is ripping. This is hilarious. Let me update this link for you, bro. You sent it on Discord.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Discord. There it is. All right, copy. And let's see what happens. All right. So try to talk now.
Yo.
All right, yeah, it's working. Perfect. Now let me figure out here. Boom. EQ.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's perfect. All right, cool.
It's working?
Yeah, it's working.
Great.
It should be good now. Let me check the stream.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, we are rolling, man. These markets are ripping, and the funny thing is, we low key called this pivot yesterday. It just didn't happen yesterday, and now you see this rally higher. Let's dive into this daily chart. A little bit of a slow start for us today, but as you can see, upgrades take a little bit of tech and resolution. So hopefully everything is squared away now. Round of applause for that. We are pretty much you know, wait, talk, Obi?
Yo.
Where is this coming from? Audio capture.
We all good, man.
I don't know how it's picking up your audio because it's still not doing it through the browser. It's doing it through Video Ninja talking to my, yeah, I see what it's doing. Okay. So yeah, I got it. I see. We're good. Let's
We
figure
are
out
good.
let's figure out if this is gonna be a short or what, right? This looks strong though. This looks strong. But good day to everyone. Hopefully everyone is well rested, ready to go. Looking at this daily chart, so we sweep out this previous daily high. Also, you notice that there's a divergence off of that previous Friday low. RTY clips that low. and we rally off of that, pushing back into this bearish order block territory here. So naturally, I'm looking to see if price wants to diverge in short or not, right? Look at that. Out the gate, we already offer SMT off the low here. So this is pretty strong, man. Let's check out the S&P 500. See what that's all about. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Audio filters.
Look at that dump.
Don't touch that, fat. Yeah, we just take out that high and then magically.
Judas swing. Oh, these guys are already shorting it.
But I'm not really seeing much, bro. If you want here, I'll share your chart so you can give a little forecast. From what I'm looking at, all we're doing is pushing right back into that previous weekly order block that I was talking about yesterday, that I thought we would hit yesterday. Now we're hitting it. I don't know if this continues past that, but we'll see, you know. But there was this hourly order block sitting right here that I was looking for yesterday. We stopped literally right before it, crashed back to retest 10 a.m. and then continue in the overnight expansion. So yeah, if you have any takes here, I'm gonna just chill until 10 a.m., bro.
I just want to see how my chart quality looks.
Hold on. Here you go. You are. It's showing your Discord screen, bro. You on Discord?
What? No.
It's showing some sort of Discord caption. I'm not even on Discord, so that has to be your screen. Yeah.
No, I have. Yeah.
I'm not on Discord though.
Yeah, you probably have the wrong browser URL open.
The one, oh yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, you are 100% right.
Yeah.
It copied the actual Discord. Come on, guys. Instead of, the link you sent, it copied the Discord link to the link that you sent. There we go. Will be. See, it's trying to do it again. Just open it like that, copy it like that. So maybe that's why the audio wasn't working. That's exactly why. Now I might have to, let's see.
It looks like you're having technical difficulties, bro.
No, I just didn't. It copied, like I said, the Discord version of the link, not the actual link you sent me. All right, so there you go. You were good to go there, bro. If you talk, let's see what it does here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, now it's giving you perfect. All right. Now talk again.
Look at that quality now. Finally.
Excellent. We are squared.
Yeah.
Was that Claude or ChatGPT?
Claude.
The young Claude to the rescue again, bro. Claude has been saving us. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure what else to say here. Hopefully we get a clean move, but either we're gonna sweep these lows on Nasdaq, right, and then go higher, or it's gonna sweep those highs and go lower. What do
Yeah,
you?
so yeah, we have all this LR built up from last night. This would be if we go short, it will be such a nice target, like all this LR.
Yeah, facts. Facts. That would be ideal for.
But once again, I mean, we'll see at 10 o'clock. 10 do tell.
Yeah, 10 o'clock will open the door for a lot of clarity. So let's mark off 10 a.m. here. 10 a.m. is officially open, guys. So you just want to pay attention to how price responds here. I definitely want to see that power of 3 open lower if we're bullish, because RTY is very strong. We've already broken through that order block. Bro, this is bullish. Now that I think about it, it's the same exact concept from yesterday, bro. Remember we were talking about how that previous weekly low was the draw and that RTY had already tapped into it, and that was kind of our clue that Nasdaq might want to tap into it. And then sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Now if you look, RTY has already closed past that previous weekly low, and Nasdaq has been headed towards it since the overnight session. And now we're pretty much right back at that weekly level again. And it's literally failing to close, but yeah. It's already giving you that bullish nature already. Already giving you that bullish nature. I'm in Q. Yes. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, so I'm already kind of digging these buying ideas. We just swept the lows beautifully. Looks like, which one's stronger here? We got that previous daily high. ES still above previous. No, not necessarily. I want to know which one's stronger here. Previous weekly low, previous boom, 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 10 a.m, 9:30, 9:30, 9:30. Looks like ES is slightly stronger. I'll probably end up buying ES if it holds. But
Because I also think it's good. We're gonna get a nice deep retracement into this daily gap.
for the buys, you said retracement. Yeah.
Buys like up, yeah.
I'll push into that daily, yeah. That would be clutch, bro, to say the least. To say the least, that would be clutch. So I'm watching this right here for a clean power of 3 higher. Notice we already have a massive imbalance being filled on RTY. We have a low, that 930 low has been swept on NQ. ES has not swept it, so that's going to be my cue to start looking for longs on S&P if we can start to flip this. Let's go, man. This could be the easiest bullish idea you could ask for if the volume stays the same here. Boom, 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 boom.
10 a.m. opens, creates that swing low, you know.
Yep. Puts in the low, offers a divergence, and
Yeah.
there's a few lows in here, like you said. Maybe the overnight lows get hit. You got London's low session. Got that London low there.
Um. Yeah. And also the Russell is not that bearish.
Facts. Yeah, the Russell's not bearish at all. It's literally the same profile as yesterday. Let's just get in on the first flip this time. That's all that was yesterday. Yesterday was the first flip was TP. The second flip was chop. And that's literally all it was. And then the market was like, let's just wait for Asia.
Dude, Asia was crazy. It just
Bro,
top 300 handles.
and bro, it was just funny to see it because I'm like, watch Asia just continue the move. Like all Asia did was like, all right, New York PM was manipulation. As soon as Asia opens, let's just bottom here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So I'm looking for, like I said, a flip back bullish here. I'm gonna try to start looking for a play. Try and start finding a play here.
SMT, yeah.
Yeah.
8745.
Yes, sir.
We got SMT with 930 lows right now.
Mark off those session lows just in case. But yeah, I think ES is gonna be the play that I like, bro.
Yes, it's way stronger than NASDAQ.
Yeah.
I say that to you and then watch us end up in a buy and I'm in that NASDAQ. I'm
That's
gonna be like, yeah, bro, I bought it. Sorry.
yeah. That's how it be.
I give this 30 minutes. If we don't start seeing heavy bearish pressure coming in for us to flip bias, I'm continue to look for longs. We still haven't gotten any higher time frame flip on ES either.
Yeah. It's gonna it could even sweep out these 6 a.m. lows, previous 4-hour candle lows type of deal. All that type of stuff is on the table. London low, 6 a.m. low, all that type of stuff.
Nah, if we go like bearish, bro, like two.
Hmm. You watched that Spurs game last night, bro?
What I tell you, man.
That was
Spurs in 7.
yeah.
That shit was crazy. I can't believe so many people thought that they're gonna lose.
Bro, it's all sight, bro. It's just like trading, bro. They know how to get in your head, bro. Just like before the series, nobody gave the Knicks a chance. After 2 games, the whole world, oh, Knicks are gonna sweep them. And as soon as you're convinced they're gonna sweep them, that's when they stop winning. It's hilarious.
Yep. I told everyone, I said, I said, you really think the NBA is gonna allow like only a couple of games, how much money they're gonna miss out on?
Exactly. Exactly. Not happening. So 10 a.m. opens. We haven't swept anything bullish, so that's why I'm liking the potential flip back bullish. We have no sweeps after 10 a.m. I'm looking at just pure downside. Price is going straight towards sell side since 10 a.m. opens. Beautiful power 3 signature here. Open lower and then bang, flip higher. Nice dip there. Nice dip.
Yeah. Oh, the shorts are eating.
Watch DP pop up with the short entry.
DP. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in this already. He's like, guys, I'm in. I just got 100 handles.
Yo, Obi, try and speak, bro. Your voice was a bit low. I'm trying to turn it up now.
Yeah. Let me know if it's better. Anthropic is about a IPO too. They filed. They say Claude.
There it is. Much, much cleaner. You said Anthropic's about the IPO. Yeah. I'm excited to see it, bro. Honestly, I'll probably be on the sidelines just because this is my first time ever actually anticipating an IPO. Like, I never cared before, so I'll just watch it play out.
I think they're gonna do good.
Look at this dump
Well,
right now, bro. Get out of here. It tapped right into that order block that bro. It was almost already in prime short position after how that Asia session LR was built up. Overnight LR taps into the weekly, the order block sitting right next to that weekly low and just completely flushed. But the cool thing is there's no breaks in structure at all on the RTY, and typically that's, oh my goodness, though. Oh my goodness. It makes you wonder. Let's look around on YouTube and see if anybody's trading this short.
Benjamin caught the whole thing.
I was gonna say this guy, he probably got in.
Yeah. A couple people caught it.
That was like you said, a V shape. These guys.
Yeah, I don't do well with V shapes.
These guys don't play. Yeah, that was a massive V shape. Who else caught it? Tyler. Let's see if young Tyler's in the shorts. Nope, young Tyler not in the short. Young Rake probably in the short. This boy was long off the open. But he stopped screaming, kid. Yeah. Trying to see how it's reacting off that level now. I'm gonna be honest, I expected a bounce. It's tough. Like right now, this is why we wait. Because all of this right here can be a big scam. It makes you feel like, oh, this is gonna dump, and then you check back an hour later, it's back at new highs. Never fails, right? So it's just patience after that 10 a.m. open is what saves majority of our entries. Like, who wants to trade this? You could have, like I said, a lot of people probably shorted that inversion off of that sweep of that previous daily high, which was that was not a bad idea. You know, it's not a terrible idea. It was just before 10 a.m. for me, right? And then you have this flush. This almost looks unrealistic when you see price break and don't retest. That's what you call manipulation. It's typically going to sweep something underneath it and then V-shape or whatever you want to call it, recover really quickly back to the other direction.
Yeah, we are slamming down.
Bro. Did it hit 50% of that massive Friday sell-off yet?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
Probably did. It tapped that daily fair value up. Oh, that was nice, yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. It tapped that daily bearish. And it hit 50% of the fib. Yeah. That was nice.
Well, if only that 5-minute inversion was after 10, I would have taken that.
Bro, that would have been so clean.
If 10 opened, oh yeah, swept it, I would
have. That would have been so clean. So the thing that catches my attention is price is pushing right back to these Asia order blocks here. We have this 1 hour bearish down close candle from 8 p.m. last night.
Holy shit.
It's retesting it right now. This could be your pivot, especially with a nice overextension into this bullish area. Yeah. SMT, yeah. This is probably where price is gonna pivot. Let's get ready. Get ready, fellow traders. All right, here we go, man. Here we go, man. Like I said, if out here, take a look at my charts. This is what I'm drawing up, man. It's gonna be very, very simple. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be very simple. You see this order block here from 6 p.m. last night? That's a 2-hour order block. The last attempt to go lower that fails and we rally higher. What happens when we tap into it? Immediate rejection. What else do you notice? Massive SMT with this level. So if I'm looking at ES taps into it, RTY, nowhere near this 2-hour order block, which is sitting down, way down here. Bullish characteristic, right? On top of that, what do you notice? We've tapped into this previous weekly low, pushed lower, failed to continue past this order block, tap into it again, and we're seeing rejection. No reason for me to think that this is gonna break, so I'm gonna look for buys inside of here. All right, go to the 5-minute chart. The moment we start flipping bearish structure, which we have this bearish gap here, you guys pretty much know the protocol for gaps, right? Price is gonna tap into a gap. It's either gonna invert it, right? Chances are it's not just gonna rip right through it. It usually taps into it, sells off a little bit, and then you get that market structure shift, and that's when you look for that gap to be absorbed. All right, that's a common move there. Or you, like we said, you could get that V shape where it just completely rips through all of this, and then you look for maybe a BPR, some sort of break and retest is what I'm gonna be looking for. All right, but it's gonna start with the price just flipping these bearish candles. Even something as simple as flip this down close candle, tap into the gap, retest, continue. I'm down for that. Very, very bullish signature here for me. I like this setup a lot. So I'm gonna be looking for the buys on the ES, right? Let me double check which one. So we're next to midnight underneath 10 a.m. We're hitting that midnight price from Monday. NASDAQ is midnight price from Monday is way over here, right? Oh, that's Tuesday. Monday's midnight price is over here. So NASDAQ is still stronger somehow. That's crazy. If you look at the timestamps, we're tapping into that midnight price from Monday. And then now we're back above the midnight price from last night. And then now we have, it really wouldn't matter, to be honest. Let me look at the sessions. Let's say which one swept what. So we both swept London, right? I'm trying to figure out which one's stronger. They both swept London, pushed all the way back to 10 a.m. price from yesterday. So yeah, you could say NASDAQ or you could say ES. Anyone makes sense to me, to be honest. Either one makes sense. But I don't want to trade the weaker one, which took out the previous day high. They both. This is tough. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 6 a.m. midnight. Asia low. I could say
we got Asia low sitting there.
I would say I'm going with ES today, bro. Hopefully that doesn't backfire, but I want to trade ES today. Just because of the idea that we are above both midnight prices on ES. NASDAQ is not past midnight yet. It's still underneath that midnight price. All right, so that's enough for me to consider the long here. We're tapping into this bearish gap, and this is the moment of truth here. Boom, 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 boom. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't hold these bullish idea, then basically short down to Asia low.
Literally, yeah. If this starts to fail, it's gonna keep dumping.
Yeah.
Got multiple gaps here on the lower time frames being filled. Yeah, nice. Wait for this 5-minute candle to close. All right, it's closed. Loving that bullish 5-minute move there. See if this gap can be absorbed and flipped. And I'm looking for a very, very subtle, quick move higher. Yes, stop underneath midnight.
We'll see.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Back to 10 a.m. Something like that. We'll see though. If I were to draw this up, this would be 14. No. 6 or 7. Yeah, like 7 contracts. On the micro, if this plays out, I like this bullish gap here we're tapping into. All that, you know. I mean, yeah. So we'll see if this holds. I think it will though. Let's see. And it's funny, like, see, it's a Tuesday now. If we get that same setup we saw yesterday, it's okay to be more aggressive on a Tuesday to an obvious buy scenario. Whereas yesterday, it was like, man, this is moving way faster than I would anticipate for a Monday. Maybe I should chill.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I told the guy too. I was like telling the guys, like, you got to be a little bit more cautious, you know.
Mondays are literally inside days, and it's funny because that's exactly what yesterday turned into. It gave you a nice rally for like 30 minutes, an hour max, and then it was like, all right, slow down, guys, slow down. What are you doing? Too much action here. And then boom, there we go. So you're seeing this bearish move out of this gap, right? If this move lower right now fails to break any structure, all that type of stuff, it's opening the door for a clean absorption, right? If I'm bearish, I would want to see this bullish gap taken out. I would want to see a change in the state, and then we have, let me mark off this Asia low. Yeah, we have a nice distance until that Asia low would be hit. So you wouldn't necessarily have to rush into those shorts if we're going to that Asia low. Just wait for a clean breaking structure here and try to catch it.
Well, I want to see this 15-minute get tapped before I short it.
15-minute. Oh, there is a 15-minute up there, yeah. I was looking at that 5.
If it just runs to Asia, then it is what it is.
Facts. RTY could want to sweep out this 6 a.m. low as well, while the others head to Asia. So we're chilling now.
So, target.
There you go. Now that's some good selling pressure there. See if it follows through or not.
Yeah, I got nothing right now, man. This thing is just step laddering down right now.
Yeah, we're chilling. No trades yet. 10:30. New 30-minute candle just opened. Yeah, we're chilling, man. This 30-minute low right here could be on the table for a sweep. Yeah. Let's see how price responds at that low. Yeah, RTY already pushing down towards it. This is where you just keep an eye on the higher time frame. That power of 3 still on the table. 10 a.m. dives lowers, and we're right back in bullish territory. Now, it's just a matter of how market structure shifts after giving you this expansion. Either it's going to continue or it's going to completely redirect here. volume is A plus though, man. Volume is A plus. What's up with the rest of the market today? Apple is down 3%, Nvidia down 1%, Google pretty flat, Amazon flat, Microsoft flat, Tesla flat. It's crazy. We're gonna start seeing SpaceX on here soon, man. SpaceX will be right next to the big ones. It's gonna be a big
Tesla.
dog. It's gonna be one of the big ones. Oh, look at oil, guys. We just got our answer, bro. Oil is nosediving here, okay? We know what that means. Oh, yeah, get ready. It's about to go bullish. Watch this. Bro, it's hilarious to see this over and over again, bro. It's doing the same things over and over again. And I might long this. Any breakout here, I'm longing it, bro. 17 points, create. I think it was 7 contracts. Right? No, 6 for this one. Bigger stop. Yeah, I'll go long with 6 contracts on a breakout here. Just waiting for a breakout past this orange box here. So my entry will be 74.40 on the ES. And I'm just looking for my 1.5s back to that 10 a.m. price. All right. And that's going to be 6 micros. No entry yet. Like I said, just waiting for this breakout here. Waiting for a breakout. So let me pull this to the side.
Yeah. I hope we get a buy model here, bro. It'd be so nice.
Let's look at the lower time frame. So yeah, basically shift off of this with the SMT on the lows here. I'm sure there's some sort of divergence going on between the two. NASDAQ sweeps out this 1022 low. And then ES does not. If that holds up with a nice change in the state, it'll be the exact same trade we saw yesterday. Just needed to hold up and then break out here.
Bitcoin.
What's Bitcoin up to? 61K. Chilling.
It's diving, nose diving lower.
Chilling. Bitcoin's gonna start.
Bearish.
It's gonna wait until like Q4 to start being bullish. Watch. It's gonna spend this entire year just leaking lower, and then it's gonna magically find life at the end of the year. But then it's gonna be a slow period for Bitcoin. I think the next 2 or 3 years are gonna just be slow, bro. Slow grind, consolidation before the next massive pump. There's a lot of other stuff that people are interested in now. You know, crypto was the talk of the town for a minute, but now there's, you know, AI taking over. There's all these big IPOs. People aren't really too fixated on crypto anymore as far as the big money goes. Notice what price is holding up here though, right? You see this midnight price? See the order block that was tapped into it? What else does it align with? Midnight price. These timestamps are really what's convincing me that I would love to see just a clean flip out of this area.
Yep. What do you want to see is SMT with these lows, clean flip. I am in on these longs.
We mitigate that 5 minute. We mitigate both of this 5 minute. We got a tap on NASDAQ. We got a tap on RTY. And we got a 5 minute tap on ES. So just like we drew it up, you would see this gap get tapped. You should see selling pressure. You just want to see a failure to displace now that we've tapped into this gap. That's all we're waiting for, the failure swing. I tried to buy Samsung a year back, waited for a retracement that never came. That's the worst.
Wow.
That's the worst.
I bet, bro.
When you get in, it pulls back. When you wait for the pullback, it doesn't. It's trading for you. So yeah, still waiting, man. Still waiting. 17 point stop, not terrible. You can see it. It's slowly bottoming here. Slowly bottoming.
I want to see if we're SMTing with the Russell.
Yeah, Russell
Where
is
is it?
nowhere near these lows, bro.
How about the YM?
YM is dead. YM died a long time ago.
Yeah.
RP. See if we can get some sort of displacements, man. I'm looking for these 1 minute displacements, you know. Nice displacement. 1030 to this gap right here is nice. It's 1 minute bullish gap is holding nicely. See if it actually pushes price though, man. We're being as patient as possible here because you don't need to catch the bottom. You just need to catch the delivery. So once it starts to go, try your best to get in on that delivery phase. But both of these current candles, right? We got a first 10 a.m. 30-minute candle manipulate lower. Here you don't see any sweeps of these 30-minute lows just yet, so I don't think this is a manipulation candle. If we end up pushing lower and taking out this low here, then this, I wouldn't want to be trading this 30-minute candle. I would wait for the next 30-minute candle, anticipating the next one to be a delivery candle. But so far, this could still be your delivery if this holds and we start to flip. It's only been 9 minutes into this candle here, so we'll start to see this candle's true colors if it's going to flip bullish within the next 10-15 minutes or so. But this is the idea.
In 1 week, which has got to be some kind of illegal. By the way, I just want to.
This price action is making me fall asleep, bro.
Don't fall asleep.
God damn it. Where'd all the volume go?
They do this on purpose, bro. It's like massive move at 9:30, massive move at 10, and then now it's like, which way do we go? We don't know. Stop it. We already know you know exactly where you want to be. And we know you know exactly what time you want to be there. So, you know, we're just chilling, bro. We're chilling. It's important to keep those chill vibes when you're trading, bro. I think that's what helped me make it so far. Because, you know, it's easy to get emotional, bro. It's way too easy to be emotional on these charts.
Yeah, bro. Like, emotions is like 99% of trading.
Yeah, and that's usually the hardest part too. So we'll do our best to keep the chill vibes, hence the chill music, the chill approach, meaning like we're not jumping in right at 9:30. We're waiting for 10 a.m. power of 3. We've literally selected the most chill approach to trading that we could come up with.
Yeah, I agree. We can teach someone how to trade. We can teach them how to look for this model, this order block, but ultimately it's them against them when it comes to their emotions. We can't teach them how to
relax,
you know,
and stick to the plan. Yeah, relax, stick to the plan. Buys are really looking good though, just when you consider the fact that we've been hanging out in this area after tapping these bearish gaps and it just refuses to actually go. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if RTY gives you another sweep though. We're super close to this low. But at the same time, we are anticipating some sort of shift higher, ideally. So.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Come on, pick a side, mister. RTY headed to that low, and there goes that low in 3, 2, 1, 0. Bang. All right, low taken. Notice what's underneath this low. A bunch of accumulated levels, previous daily high. All right, so this kind of tells me that this 30-minute candle is not going to be our bullish candle. If you're short and you think that this is short, this is your candle to short it, if you ask me. Let's see if there's any flips. Okay, there's a 2-minute gap here. This gap fails. Maybe you do try a short, right? I wouldn't be trying it. I feel like the shorts are way too overextended. But this is, I could see someone trying to short this here. I could see that.
Yeah, short to Asia lows from here. I could see it.
There goes that speed lower. Finally, pick a side. Thank you. All right, we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. There goes more selling pressure. Good patience. It's tough. It's always tough shorting the bottom, bro. That's just never gonna be my style unless it's clearly a lot left. We're sitting inside of this higher time frame OB. This is tough. Super weak here. Super weak. Super weak.
And this is the days that I probably won't
Trade.
ladder down days.
Yep. If it wants to just open lower and keep going lower all day, then you're chilling. You can have that NASDAQ. I'll be back when you're ready to actually make some sense. Tiny rebalance into a 5-minute gap.
Yeah, like, come on, like, rebalance to a 15-minute gap, like, give us something, bro.
Yeah, literally.
But the minute we get in a fucking trade, it wants to act like it's super bullish all of a sudden and disrespect gaps sometimes.
Never fails, huh, bro?
Never fails, bro.
As soon as you get in, it wants to, we got him. Yeah, everything's just opening lower here.
No, I'm looking at the time too, bro. Like, the time is telling me also that we're gonna have a bearish day.
Facts. Yeah, if we can't find any support, especially off of these lows right here, the next order block is going to be right here.
15-minute inversion. See, like this, you gotta put your stop all the way here, bro. Like, what the fuck?
What you said, 15-minute inversion?
Yeah, if you played this 15-minute change in this fate, you gotta put a 160 handle stop to be 180
Yeah.
handle.
Not happening.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we're chilling, bro. That's one thing about it. You do not have to trade this. This is not. Anytime you see prices going one direction for extended periods, just walk away.
But my all my equity that I spent months building in my all my accounts, like, thank me.
Facts. Literally, your account is gonna be like, "Oh, good job." In the moment, it kind of feels like, "Oh man, I didn't catch a trade." But then when you wake up the next day, you're like, "Oh, we're chilling." No steps
Yeah.
backwards at all. We're still in position to catch a big move.
Or any move, like
Any move,
weird.
exactly. Yeah. Are we at those Asia lows yet? Should be, right? Oh, we've already taken Asia lows. This thing is dead. London low about to get hit here on RTY. Yeah, this is what you call insanity. A lot of big orders sitting at 7445.
Ooh, Russell got nosedived.
Yeah, it tapped that weekly open from Sunday to May 31st. It tapped it to the tick and just died. This almost confirms, bro, that this market is no longer bullish. This is what you want to see when you're looking for that higher time frame bias. We rebalanced to 50% of a crash and immediately sell off from it.
Yeah, we're in a bear market now.
Yeah, this looks like,
fast.
yeah. You should be looking for shorts, bro. I think that's the catch here. The catch is gonna be the shorts. You're gonna make way more money shorting the next couple weeks than buying.
No way Lantel's in another short. Holy shit, this guy's cracked.
But this guy, he doesn't have like an actual time-based entry. He will enter Asia, London, any session, bro. Anytime, he's just gonna try it.
And he got $1 million to play around with.
Exactly, yeah. You can do whatever you want when you done made that much. Losing $5,000 is not gonna bother you whatsoever.
Yeah. But risking 5,000 to make 30, 40,000.
Yeah, then you're like, yeah. Who cares at that point, for sure. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. There's no way I would even think about shorting down in this area here. Nah. That was way too aggressive of a sell-off, bro. Either it's gonna give you a clean shift or I'm not touching it. I hate when it does this though, because it could keep bleeding all day. And then anybody who's FOMO shorting is gonna get paid, but I don't want to FOMO. So like, what happened here? We had this tap into here, subtle SMT, very subtle 5-minute SMT off of these highs right here. Subtle SMT off of this high. Off of that 1035 high.
We're back at the weekly open on ES. Sucks.
Oh, that's beautiful. If this doesn't show some sort of rally or life, this is probably the most bearish market we've seen in months, if not years, bro. Market has been bullish for years. So like this subtle SMT is the only thing I'm seeing that maybe gave you a clue that it was about to dump. 1030 to 1035. Nasdaq sweeps that high. Bang. You close through. You start closing through here. At what time was that? 1040. But what do you notice, right? You notice how this how you say 30-minute candle gives you that later volume. And now you could even argue that this job is done. We swept out previous liquidity, continue to manipulate lower. What else would you target for this 30-minute candle? You should expect this candle to start chilling until the next 30-minute candle, which is in 8 minutes or so.
I'll be back, bro. I'll let you.
Yeah, we're chilling, man.
your thing.
We probably won't
I'll be
have
back in a bit.
anything. We are super chilling today, guys. Definitely want to make that a habit, right? Do not feel the urge to just trade every single day. That's a rookie mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back. I want to see how this next 30-minute candle plays out, because we do have a potential continuation protocol for that 10 a.m. power 3, right? Where you see 10 a.m. opens, it fails to go higher, but what happens is we expand lower, attempt to pull back, and then displace. So this right here is a beautiful area if price wants to continue. I'm going to erase all these session levels. We've already taken them out. Leave that lower one. But you can see that price, if price wanted to push back into here and continue lower to this weekly open, that is very, very probable. All right, so what I would want to see is, now that we see that the shorts are probably going to be the best play here, I would just want to see price offer a retracement that gives me some sort of manipulation, divergence. Let's say we pop through this high here and then short, and then let's say our chart over here doesn't do that. It just stops earlier. Boom. That would be ideal. Some sort of divergence in this area with a nice sell-off characteristic. I would try that short. Now we've given price enough time to show its hand. Right now it's 10:53. If price is bearish, we have a clean point of interest for lower here. Very clean point of interest. But I really do think that the markets are showing us that they are no longer bullish. Beautiful. About time, right? About time. All right, so we're chilling. I'm gonna wait for 11 a.m. to open up a new 30-minute candle. I'm gonna look for the power of 3 of that new 30-minute candle to agree with the power of 3 from the previous 30-minute candle, right? The 10 a.m. candle failed to go higher. It just opens lower. We were expecting a flip. Instead, it respects bearish structure and break structure. That is the power of 3 for this candle. Now you want to see the next 30-minute candle open up and respect that power of 3, and then give you the textbook power of 3 where it opens, manipulates, accumulate, manipulate, distribute. And we got this weekly open target, previous daily low. That'll be the draw if that holds, right? Daily charts, yeah, previous daily low is pretty far away. So that's a beautiful target. If price is going to be very weak today, we got a nice extended target down below. All right, so excellent patience, excellent. And I want to see some sort of pullback here. And this reaction, like I said, off that previous daily high, off of this 50% of this leg, it's looking like we want this low right here. I would anticipate this low to be taken. We should get some sort of push up. Also, there may be like a 15-minute gap forming. Nice, yeah. So I'll highlight the gap as well. Price could push up into this gap and give you a beautiful sell-off, similar to one we saw not too long ago. 15-minute gap fill. All right, there it is. New 30-minute candle opening. Right now, let's just see a nice push higher here. Nice push higher. Like we mentioned, there's some 15-minute gaps here. Let's see if price can tap into one of these 15-minute gaps and show some bearishness. And then literally just look for that continuation lower. It looks like ES may be weaker. Let's see. Yeah, ES is much closer to that weekly open and previous daily low compared to NASDAQ. So I would be looking to trade ES. If I'm going to short, based on this move, yeah, we've already tapped weekly open on ES. NASDAQ has not. So down to the 5-minute we go, and let's see if we can just drive higher here. Literally just something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't get any simpler than that, man. Definitely keep an eye on how price responds at these lows as well. If we open lower here on this 30-minute candle and we start showing SMT off of this low or something, then that's going to tell me, all right, maybe price wants to push back to the upside a little bit because there's divergences all over the place. Like, look at this low. All right, look at this 830 low, swept. Look at the 830 low over here, not swept. All right, so if price genuinely wanted to go bullish, the tables are actually starting to set for that, right? That's why the power of three is so important for someone like me, because it tells me which way I want to be looking. If I see this candle right here open lower as well, there's no reason for me to look for short because it never retested anything up here for me to short. Instead, it goes and it starts to sweep out sell side, meaning that the chances of a flip now are even higher if we can maintain it, right? Vice versa. If we open higher and start rejecting up here, then the chances of a short are much better because the liquidity is still available. The lows are still available. You know what I mean? So the power of three really gives me my bias every single time based on how that 30-minute candle structure starts to develop based on higher time frame structure. Higher time frame structure right now, bearish for the New York session, but we are retesting bullishness from the overnight and yesterday's session. So that's how the power of three is going to help me figure out which side of the market I want to play. How does it respond to the structure that it's sitting in right now? Definitely want to see a push up though. Like, come on. Like, stop going lower. Zoom in as much as I can here, and I'm chilling now. Nice. What are you guys thinking, man? You think today just shorts or what? No data, no trades for me. As long as we're below 29,400, we go to 28,000. What's that previous day low? Dang, 28,000 flat. That's a massive move. Oh, good job. You say you shorted at 29,442. That's beautiful. That's a massive move. 146 points. Yeah, beautiful. 146 points. That's fire. Yeah, that was like I mentioned, after tapping that order block, which was the draw from yesterday, we tap into this order block, sweep the previous daily, and flip all inside of that macro. I know those macro traders got that trade. Like you said, that's a clean ICT model right there, if I've ever seen one. Very clean model there. Can somebody just tell the markets to stop going lower?
Stop it.
Please. Rebalance. Do something. It's just so funny when you just couple the power of threes so far that we've seen. We've seen 10 a.m. open lower. All right, we've seen 10:30 open lower, and then now you're seeing 11 o'clock accumulate as if it wants to open lower as well. That's crazy. Nice. So there's two pretty solid scenarios on the table, man. As I mentioned, we do have the power of threes open and lower here, so I have to consider that maybe prices reached into where it wanted to go. We just saw price sell off 770 points. Rest of the market still pretty flat, right? Nothing else seems to be that bearish. And then if we look at oil, oil's still going lower, right? So that those type of things are floating in my head like, bro, this could still try and go bullish. So now I'm paying attention to this specific area here, and I want to know how price responds to this. This is the only bearish point of view that actually gave you an attempt to go higher and failed after 10, right? So 10 a.m. opens, it sells off, tries to go higher, it flips. So this area right here is very crucial to that continuation lower, right? And that's why if price wants to continue bearish, it must respect this area. All right, so hopefully it can speed up here and just make our job easier by invalidating or respecting this area. Let's go. Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on, man.
Bruh.
But we're chilling. It's only 11 o'clock. We'll be on stream until 12 p.m. today. Let me do this actually. Yes, sir. 9:30 to 12. Seeing if we can catch a piece of the pie. as you can see, this is so weak, bro. Are we tapping into the 10-minute gap? Okay, so we have a 10-minute gap fill that's playing in right now. It all depends. Like, so let me mark off this gap here. If price starts selling off of this gap, bro, then at this point you just try to get a piece of the pie. But like I mentioned, it's like all the criteria for shorts look a bit strange. Oil should not be trading in the same direction as NASDAQ, ES, and the others. That's a major red flag. If you're familiar with how oil works, the price of oil is pretty much the complete opposite of the prices of the indexes, right? Perfect example, overnight session, what did you see over here? Pure bearishness. Overnight session over here, what did you see? Pure bullishness, right? So when you see them going the same direction like this, you almost lean more towards what is oil doing. If oil is moving lower, oil is not as manipulative, right? So if oil is moving lower like this, then that tells me that these are lying to me right now. This is not really wanting lower. We tapped this weekly open. We got a 700-point sell-off on NASDAQ. That's where I'm like, if price shows me any hint of bullishness, I'm buying it, understanding that my criteria for a buy are screaming right now. It's just a matter of where's the volume to match the bullish idea. That's all I'm looking for here. That's all I'm looking for. There's a nice bullish engulfing here, but no other chart is giving you that bullish pressure to match. So good patience though, man. I'm telling you, like, much needed patience today. My goodness, you guys see this? This is what you call this is what you call a sell off. What's the rest of the market? Okay, now we're starting to see it across the board. Slowly shifting red across the major ones. Nvidia down 2%, Apple 3%, Microsoft still, pretty decent. And you also see oil starting to bottom here. All right, so now that's what you want to see, right? If we're gonna be so weak over here, I want to see oil stop going lower, and that right there is gonna convince me that there is a lot of downside, and I can simply just wait for a decent manipulation. This is not enough for me. I will never trade on a day like this where after 10 a.m. there's very little manipulation into gaps, right? We see price push into this 10-minute gap here. We made a new high here. We got subtle SMT off of this level right here. All right, that's all that price was able to offer before a landslide. So when those type of moves happen, it's just way too fast for me. I'm way too chill of a trader to think that I should just get in on massive candles like this and hope that I don't get stopped out with a 200. Oh my goodness, bro. This candle alone is 130 points. Yeah, we're chilling, man. This sell-off was well overdue, though, and that's why it's happening so fast, man. That's why it's happening so fast. Literally just last night, we were pushing back at $29,736,000 for the NASDAQ. And then as soon as the NASDAQ opens at 9:30, 9:45, it erases everything from overnight. We are now down 1,000 points in a matter of 2.5 hours. Yeah. It took how many days? Friday, Monday. It took over 48 hours for this move to develop, and it's gone within 2 hours. And if we would have gotten a decent manipulation here, I would have shorted this, but it's like, yeah, this isn't enough for me. Very subtle manipulation here. Very subtle. So yeah, and it's about to be 11:30, so there's really not much to expect here. Maybe price tries to bounce, but you really don't want to be buying this pressure here. You want to be finding some sort of short. Most of you guys caught that short though off of the 9:30 open. You got the sweep, the flip. Most of you guys caught that. So good day in the chat, at least. Good day in the chat, bro. Flat days and winning days are the only days that I actually feel good about. Right, as you should. There's literally no higher time frame gap fills. This is complete blood. And now here it is, 11:30. This will be the last 30 minutes of stream here where we will try and anticipate what could play out. What do you think is more likely, right? A buy or a short? And the more I look at these, I'm like, man, there's going to be higher time frame candles, higher time frame levels of interest. But based on how price is manipulating, right, we're getting very subtle manipulations higher. So I'm going to mark off this area here where price attempted to go higher. See if I can get like a 15-minute candle or a 10-minute candle. Nice. So you see price attempt to go higher here, fail. This is where I want to see price manipulate into now for a short. It's really not complicated. It's just, will price pull back is the question. This is crazy bearish. All right, so this is your 10-minute attempt to go higher. Fails miserably. I'll give price 30 minutes to try and push into it. All right, if that works out, then maybe we get a short. But starting to be late to the party here. We're taking out everything. We've already taken out previous daily low here on ES. NASDAQ approaching that previous daily low as well. It's starting to be GG's for the shorts, man. You guys top ticked. My goodness. You guys top ticked 1,000 points short. That's so clean. That is so clean. Those are the type of trades you dream of, right? You catch the top and it just so much speed behind it, bro. These 5-minute candles are hundreds of points. And you're getting very tiny pullbacks. So like there's nothing to worry about if you're holding this short. Is oil bottoming? I'm watching this area here. If oil continues lower, bro, we're going to see some relief here across the NASDAQ. However, like I said, I'm really not too interested in buying this. We'll see though. 30 minutes left on stream. Good patience today. No trades for me so far. No trades for Obi either. A couple guys in the chat called out the shorts from, I want to say this area here. Really nice move from there. And if I'm looking at the higher time frame, what is price driving into now? 2 hours, pretty clean usually for me. So we're now tapping into this 2-hour attempt to go lower that failed. Same thing over here. We got this 2-hour bearish candle that was met with a lot of buying. All right. ES, we break those lows, but there's your SMT. So if price wants to try to recoup and get back above this previous daily low, that would be a decent scalp, maybe because there's a ton of liquidity above that hasn't been swept, to where maybe you get like a rebalance to 50%, something like this, before it shorts again. So you get a decent window for a relief, maybe like 80 points or so on the ES. You know, that's a reasonable setup there. You're not catching a falling knife. You wait for the knife to cut off whatever it was aiming for, and then it shows signs that it's ready to rebalance, and you could play the rebalance higher. You know, that's not a terrible idea. But based on how this market has been moving, I would anticipate maybe price starts to slow down here. Similar to yesterday, started off hot and then it just started to cool off. But man, at the same time, you don't have to catch a trade every day. So if you caught that short, that was A+. If you didn't, that's A-okay. The thing is, you just don't want to be taking bad trades in this type of price action, bro. That's what makes you last in the long game of trading, you know? So yeah, where is that? Where the block? Here it is. 10-minute attempt to go higher. This is where you're probably, if you're gonna buy it, like let's say you bought it here for whatever reason. Let's say you got your confirmation, blah, blah, blah. You get out somewhere inside of this, not being greedy. You don't want to be targeting way up here, right? You target the most recent attempt to go higher and get out, just in case it rejects from there. All right. So that's the game plan here. Because of what time it is, either we're gonna get a clean retrace or no trade at all for today. 12 o'clock is about 25 minutes from now. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. See, the market is killing time now, right? This is the part where it just cools off, sold off extremely aggressively. Literally, bro. Look at how much these gaps are being filled. A tiny tap here, good decent 5 minute gap here. That one was filled pretty decent. And then now you see this next leg down, and you see price just accumulating right at the lows. This is like, it's almost like the move is over. You know what I mean? But in reality, there's no way that this move would be over. If we're truly bearish, I want this low to be taken here across the board, right? You see, NASDAQ hasn't taken this 28,774 low. And then you see that the RTY still has this low available. ES takes it out. So that's where I'm like, all right, a simple pullback, respect, short for the others to catch up, right? But you can see that price is just cooling down, wasting time, closing candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different candles within the same area, right? There's no interest for price to actually do anything right now. So I'm gonna end up wrapping it up. We have what, 10 minutes left until 12. I'll walk away today with no trades. It's just funny, like you don't know, like I'm scrolling and I see a lot of people shorting this like this gap fill here. And I'm like, buddy, like this is a 123 point stop loss. Why not just wait for a pullback? Like that just tells me you low key you can't trade. Like because the market doesn't move like this typically. The market loves to make you feel like something's about to happen just to stop you out and then pay the patient trader, right? So these types of days really just set you up for failure because if you're just FOMOing into these shorts, unlike this one was better. This if you entered up here, this is a completely different ball game because now if you shorted up here, whatever the case may be, you can cover this high, still a 100-point stop. However, you know that there's a lot more downside, right? Way down here. Remember before stream, we were saying either price is going to hold and go higher or it's going to push back to these overnight lows, right? So that's different. But if you short down in here with the overnight lows sitting right here, you're asking to get slapped in the face, right? Unless you're just okay with the 130-point stop. That's where like options trades comes into play. You know, but for futures, nah. If your stop's that big, you must really know that price is about to give you a 200, 300, 700 point move, right? But there's no way for you to know that this was going to dump so far past the overnight levels. So you just play it safe, right? And you just wait for a legitimate pullback. So far, price is refusing to give a good pullback. Like it just won't happen. It's just not happening. Here we are again, tapping into another 5-minute gap and price is stuck. So yeah, it's not looking like price is gonna give one of my ideal setups today. Gonna go check out the baseball game today. Tampa Bay Rays. They're playing later this afternoon. They play the Red Sox. I feel like that's always, it's either the Red Sox or the Yankees every time I go to the Tampa Bay games. But yeah, they're playing the Red Sox tonight. Go hang out there. Other than that, today's pretty chill. Like I mentioned, the only good short would have been up here if you ask me. That lower time frame, driving to here, even this 5-minute inversion type of deal, like that's a good idea. 10 a.m. opened lower and just died. 10:30 opens lower. I guess it kind of opens higher, but nah, not really. We didn't sweep anything. 10 a.m. opens lower, dies. 11 a.m. opens slightly higher, SMT, dies. 11:30, now we're open at 11:30. What are you noticing? Price is at least trying to go higher, but it's struggling bad right now. It is struggling very bad. All right, here we go, man. Let's see if we get some speed to finish off this session, man. Oh my goodness. There you go. Show some life. My goodness, bro. It's not that hard. It's really not. Looking for a 5-minute close, but the 4-minute gives you a decent close here. 6-minute. Oh, actually, I would do the 6-minute. A nice strong 6-minute candle close would give me the idea that maybe we can pivot off of this weekly open and push back up to this high here. Retest something up in here. Boom, boom, boom. Oil still going lower. Yeah, I like this. Let's go to the 6-minute chart here. Yeah, you want to see a nice 6-minute pivot. 50 seconds left. We're getting a sweep there, so NASDAQ would be the one that's slightly stronger here. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't think I really care enough. Yeah, 7 minutes left. It's not gonna convince me in 7 minutes that it wants to go higher. Yeah, look at it. It's just so weak. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm cool with a short here off of this. I'm just looking for a price to show that speed. Once again here. We got this push past the 1140 here. Beautiful, yeah. This will be clean. Remember last time we got a subtle SMT, it dumped another 100 points off of this SMT right here. So maybe this is your pivot point here, man. It's not bad. We take that high, subtle discrepancy off of that push higher, showing weakness, right? That's a sign of weakness. You get a strong close here. Yeah, I think I'll play this short. And it's right on time for a continuation here. Boom, boom. Yeah. Let's get this close here, guys. And it's going to close. I'll look for the shorts. And I'm just looking for price to break this previous weekly low. Like I said, if we're bearish, these levels down here is what should get hit. See if we get this close here. I want to see a nice bearish close, similar to what we just saw up here. All right, where we got literally the same trade where you got this subtle SMT. And then you get a strong bearish close here. There was no pullback. Oh, I guess a tiny pullback here. But the same concept is what I'm about to try to trade here with a nice close. Perfect. All right. So with this close, I'm going to go down to the lower time frame and try to find an entry. Yeah, so this is going to be my idea, man. I just want to see it get through this weekly level here. And I want to see RTY get back down as well. So let's see if we can get a nice push back into this candle here. It's probably a 1 minute gap or something about to form. Yeah, there we go. So let's see if we can get this. Hopefully it doesn't run. If this runs, I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. Same protocol we just saw on the last 5 minute gap fill, SMT fill, changing the character. And now you're just looking for some sort of rebalance here. And here goes your gap right here that price should drive back into. This 1 minute gap would be the idea. Hopefully it doesn't just take out all of this, bro. But even if it does, to be honest, I'm okay with shorting this because RTY has a long way to go before it hits the same level. So that's a lot of downside left. That's a lot of downside. All right, there goes your pullback. Nice. Let's see what happens here. Come on, kid. Is it gonna fill the gap? All right, let's wait for this 2 minute gap maybe. Price fills that. It just left the 1 minute gap completely. Going straight to the target. All right, maybe we just bounce off of here then gives you this. This is how weak the markets are today. You could just short any bearish gap. Oh my goodness. And you're winning every time. No drawdown, like very subtle. Moves higher, quick moves lower. That's insane, bro. That is insane. It literally just took out all of our targets in no time once again without pulling back. And now RTY is pretty much there now at this point, huh? That's insane, man. Beautiful divergence. Like, what do you say to this, bro? I was hoping that we got this short. This would have been TP already. Short off of this gap fill. Stop above the high about 80 some points or so. And you're already up 190 points if it pulled back into there. That's insanity, bro. GG's, Naz. GG's. Finally showing that speed, but this speed is ridiculously fast. All I wanted was a nice 5 minute close. Let's see if the 4 minute gave you. Nope. 4 minute closed here. Yeah, no, we're chilling. So let's see if this gap gets filled. I'll hang out for a little bit here because nothing is changing the narrative. There's no SMTs off of this current move lower. All I'm looking for is the same thing I've been drawing up all day. A pullback into an area of interest. And now the area of interest is becoming this. And I'm just looking for this. And it can't get any simpler than that, bro. Boom, 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 boom. It's insane how strong this move is. My goodness. It sucks, bro, because this was probably one of the most obvious shorts right at about 10:30. Once 10:30 hit and you saw price just fail to try to go higher, we break lower, pull back, and then this breaking structure right here, this is when I completely just flip bearish, right? Hoping for a rebalance on at least one of them, right? I understand that it's not gonna pull back to your every area of interest every time, but that's why I have 3 different charts open, because one of these typically pulls back into your point of interest. One of these gray areas, right? One of these failed attempts to go higher. Price usually pulls back on at least one chart, gives you that divergence, and then gives you a beautiful opportunity. Not today, huh? Not today, my friends. Let's highlight this candle here. This is where the structure begins. Nice divergence. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I'll give it like 15 minutes to pull back. Looking for that 12:30 style continuation, and then I'm out of here, guys. I will be on my way. But very clean session today. No real room for error, right? We didn't see any traps. It was really just waiting for price to show its hand and then hoping for a quality retrace for an entry. So that's where we are right now, waiting for this retrace for an entry. And we have a beautiful, beautiful area of interest here. If price can actually give us one drive into a key area, we might actually catch the next move lower. It's not done. As I mentioned, I would want to see RTY take these levels as well. And just for the sake of observation, what's up with Mr. Dow? Did Dow take out those weekly levels as well? All right, so I'm gonna draw this short up here and get us a chance to run. So I'm looking for some sort of gap to play off of here. So it's either, I might even short the RTY to be real, but it all depends on what, okay, there goes your gap there. There goes your bearish gap right there. If we hold this bearish 1 minute gap here, I'm gonna short that with a, that's crazy, bro. You gotta go in with the fattest stop. I'll just go in like a 90. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just take it for what it is, 80 points. I don't wanna give it too much room here. Create limit order. Three micros. I gotta cover something though. Hold on. I'm gonna go ES just because I can cover this high right here. Yeah, I'll cover this high right here with 5. Yeah, 5. I'm going short at 73.10 here. I'm short there. 5 MES.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, so that's the play. I'm looking for just hold this until we see this low get hit. Weekly open, maybe go break even. I don't anticipate it to be the craziest trade because we are late to the party, but I do anticipate this to hit something. You know what I mean? RTY hit this weekly open, something like that. So I'll probably just take like a 1-to-1 here. Nothing too crazy, bro. SL sitting at 73.29. TP would be 72.88. RTY looking for some speed. Come on. Look at that. Looking for some speed lower here. What was that gap fill? Okay, there's another gap sitting right here. Come on. Now's not the time for those bullish pullbacks when I get in. Everybody else got their short. Don't even bother pulling back. We waited for this pullback here. You saw price fail. It gave you some bullish, some bearish areas of interest to play off of. And I'm looking at these for the short. Now I'm just looking for this weekly open to be blasted. Come on. Come on. One last expansion through these lows. We should be good to go. All right, there we go. So this is where I'll probably just get out. We're hitting that weekly open on RTY. Any rejection here, just get out.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'll take it. Small scalp, but at least I got some piece of the pie. Just don't want to deal with that bounce off of that previous weekly. It could rip through it and just dump here, but that was 400 bucks. I was only going for 5, right? So not terrible.
Order filled.
Phew. I'll take it. I'll take it. I would love to see this dump though, like completely rip through these levels, but you never know when price is gonna try to bounce from a key level like the weekly open. Like the last time we tapped into here, let's see how many times it took for price to tap into here before it just rips. Look at it. Tapped into this area one time last time, and if you thought it was gonna break it, you're wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at it. TP hit. Let's go. Good job. That's all I wanted to see. Give me at least 500 bucks on a move like this. Understanding that maybe it gets to this previous daily low with no hesitation, but you cannot play games in these areas. You cannot. Once it taps into it, take your money. Take your money, because if it decided to bounce from here, I would have been sick. There you go. I'll take it. Good trade there. Let's go. Let's go. Good trade. Boom, 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 boom. Good trade. Columns. Liquidity. Dollar open P&L cash amount. This is $2. Dollar total P&L. Here we go. I'll take that. I will take that. All right. That's it for today, guys. Good patience. Good patience, man. I'll drop this in the chat. Like I said, I would love to see price keep going, but it's just not worth it. Like if you're still in a short here, break even wouldn't be a bad idea to give it a chance to keep going. But when you think about the fact that we've been selling off all day, chances are it's gonna pick one of these levels and just bounce. Look how it waits for me to get out and then dumps even more. There you go. That's what you want to see. Good job. This is almost confirming, like, bro, we are so bearish. Even the potential bullish areas are just getting blasted. Let's go. That's all I wanted to see. That makes me feel really good about this idea, because I felt like it was kind of risky, understanding that if price were to bounce off of here, I could be in trouble. But let's say you go break even on a trade like this, you catch. Well, when do you get out, right? Maybe once we take this low here, but you guys know me. I'm Mr. Conservative. Let me catch my 400 and I'm out of there. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. It is still going. That's what I like to see. Previous daily low hit on the RTY. Let's go. That's what you call trading. That's what you call trading. My goodness. That makes me feel some type of way, though, that it just rips through this like that. How is there so much selling pressure? Look at NASDAQ with the 80 points for 200. We literally just saw this same setup happen twice. This one sells off, doesn't really give you a pullback. This one sells off, gives you the pullback. We marked out this bearish area, right? Remember, I went right in here and I said, if price can hold this area right here with the black line, I will short it. I was going to short the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ was offering an 80-point stop. So we short ES instead with a tighter stop. And same concept applies. If we respect that gap, just short it here with a stop above there. Oh, I think my stop was up here. That's a part of the reason why I didn't want to be greedy either, because I just wanted to have a safe stop loss. Yeah. Take your 1-to-1 here. 1 to 1.9 is what I got out at. And that's it for today, man. Excellent. Look at the rejection off the previous daily low. Okay, that's the level that gives you that pop. I thought it was going to be one of these. It was the previous daily low that it wanted. Now that it taps into it, look at the energy off of it. If you didn't close your trade, you close it now, because this is where price could try to just manipulate. All right, so great patience today. W's.
W's in the shot.
That was what you call right on time. He said one of those days where the greedy traders win. Yeah, if you're someone who just holds all your trades, this is the day you've been waiting for. This is ridiculous, bro. Every single 5-minute gap fill offered a beautiful short. Can't make this up, man. But yeah, here. Let's get out of here. Excellent trading session today. Made the best of what was offered, and it looks like the entire chat is green on the day. That's what you want to see, man. Let's go. Let's go. And we are out of here, man. Just doing this screenshot real quick so I can post it in the chat Discord. Yeah, make sure you guys are posting your trade recaps. Giveaway will be this week, so look out for that. It'll be a random day this week. The traders who are posting their trades in the Discord will be entered and randomly selected. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, sir. Cool. Really nice, really nice, really nice. So let me screenshot this now. Make sure all my accounts have no pending orders anywhere. That's the worst. If you're using Tradeovate, Tradeovate's not smart enough to close out your orders for you. So make sure you triple check your account for orders that could be left behind. Boom, 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 boom. And look at that rally off of that previous daily low. Man, if I would have known it was the previous daily low, I would have held it. I would have held through all of this. It only got scary once, maybe like right here. But yeah, don't be greedy, guys. Great management. Cool. All right. We are ready to see what tomorrow has. I think CPI is this week, so could get pretty interesting. I still don't know how we sold off 1,000 points today. Here's my short from today, guys. Luckily, I was able to join you guys on the shorts. There we go. Bang. Good job. Good trade. Fire. That was... All right, yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here, man. Excellent trading for the shorters out there. Today was flawless. Today was beyond flawless for the shorters. Luckily, I was able to get a piece of that. Took forever, but we got the first retrace that made sense. That's crazy to me, man. We could have caught this entire move. This move right here, I could have caught if it were to pull back. This move we could have caught if it were to pull back. It was just so obviously bearish. Yeah, it was just extremely hard to get a position. I'll check the news really quick here for tomorrow, and I am out of here, guys. Financial juice. Let's see what's on the table for tomorrow. June 10th. CPI. Let's go. Tomorrow will be exciting. If today was exciting, tomorrow will be even better. Cool. Cool. All right. Let's do it, man. Hope you guys had a good session. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 9:30. And all of the technical difficulties seem to be worked out. So that means we should be able to have a seamless stream tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hopefully, like always, you guys are learning something about how to manage your prop firms. You do not have to copy my trades, but we do give really good ideas about where these simulated markets may go. All right, later, guys. God bless. Stay out of trouble, and don't be greedy on these charts, man. Catch you guys tomorrow.